Hi everybody, my name is John Lincoln and I am CEO of Ignite Visibility and author of the book Digital Influencer, a guide to achieving influencer status online. And today I'm going to talk to you about what it means to be a digital influencer. And I've got some pretty exciting stuff to cover with you here. So first things first, what is a digital influencer? What is it? It is an online persona, right? A kind of mix of social media profiles, blogs, content, all of these things that are online that can influence change inside of people, right? And by doing this, you're going to be able to improve your SEO, improve your social media, improve your email marketing, improve your revenue. Why? Because you have this face, right? A face to your online brand that attracts business, that gets people to link to you, that gets people to follow you, right? The internet is a cold, cold place. So a digital influencer allows you to bring a face to a brand. So digital influence has a psychology behind it. So how do you become a digital influencer and what type of psychology do you need to bring to your online persona? Well, first thing is reciprocity, right? People want to help other people who have helped them. And there's a lot of different examples of this online. So for instance, if I sent out a free small gift to an editor, they would feel a little bit in depth to me and want to help me. They might cover me in their next story. They might allow me to post a guest blog. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do this online. So whether you've linked to somebody and you tell them that you've linked to them, and then when they find that out, they think, oh, well, I want to help this person. I'm going to share that blog post on social media, right? That would be an example of reciprocity. So by doing more for others, and this is just a great thing in general for business, do more for others, right? Do as much as you can. And by doing that, people are going to feel slightly in your debt or just in general want to help you. And then that's going to help you achieve influencer status more quickly online. Okay, so help others. Commitment and consistency. So being committed to a topic, being committed to furthering the conversation, right, and bringing more to the table, but doing that on a consistent basis. This is so important. So whether you choose to have your channels be through YouTube, through Facebook, through Twitter, through blogging, through email, it doesn't matter, but you have to consistently be committed to getting in front of your audience. And if you do that, over time, people are going to like you more. It is literally statistically proven that the more you get in front of somebody, the more they will like you, okay? So be consistent. Social proof. So whether or not you have another influencer who is saying that this person's great, right? And bringing social proof in that way, so you have other people who are backing you, or whether you have a large social media community, or you're showcasing how you've been named by a large publication for doing something well, right? Think New York Times bestseller, right? That would be an example of social proof. You need to have credibility, right? And that comes through other people recommending you. So if you want to have basically a psychology of influence, if you want to influence others' psychology, then you need to make sure that you have social proof to back you. And with that becomes authority and people liking you more. So by building up social proof, that allows you to have more authority. And with that authority, whenever you distribute a piece of information, that's gonna allow people to wanna react to that more, okay? Also, you're gonna wanna be liked. So, this sounds a little corny, but when you're creating your online personas, right? When you're thinking about how you're interacting online, think about the things that your demographic likes. Do they like people in suits or do they like people who are dressing casually? Do they like people who support environmentalism or do they like people who support a different activity? But when you think about the way that you're aligning specifically with your demographic, take that and bring that to your online persona so that you can also attract more people and influence more people. And then finally, another important part is scarcity, right? So people want more of what they can't have, right? So if you are over communicating, if you're putting out too much stuff online and it's not quality, then that eliminates that scarcity. So what you're going to want to do is make sure everything you're pushing out there is quality, is the best, and you as an influencer become a scarce resource. So when you're first starting out and trying to kind of develop your digital influencer status, you're going to want to find your focus. And I'll tell you that some of the most successful digital influencers have a lot of influence in a very, very niche space. So find your focus, make sure it's very, very niche and targeted based off of your goals and the type of business that you want to attract. Okay? And you're going to want to determine a persona. Now, when you create this persona, think about the things that your demographic is going to align with. Think about the things that's going to allow you to attract business. Think about the things that you personally feel, are what you want to embody in your own space and what you know people are looking for in the type of business that you run. Okay? Now, what we want to do now is put all this into action, okay? So, we've talked a little bit about what a digital influencer is, what digital influence marketing is, the psychology, right, and starting out. But now we want to start putting this into action. So item number 5, you want to pick your main channels, right? So pick 1 to 3 that you can really, really own. Don't try to be on every single social media channel out there. Maybe pick YouTube and Twitter and Facebook to really own, or LinkedIn and YouTube, right? But you need to focus a lot of attention in order to build up a following. And make sure you're picking the right ones. StumbleUpon and Reddit might not have your demographic there at all. So don't waste your time on the ones that don't matter. And you're going to want to determine a content strategy. So what's the type of content that you're going to be putting out, and where are you going to be distributing that content, okay? What's the frequency going to be? What's the main theme of that content? How does that main theme of that content relate to your specific business, right? Now, here's an example of what month 1 could look like for you trying to become a digital influencer. And in the book Digital Influencer, A Guide to Achieving Influencer Status Online, I give you a specific timeline for how to make every single one of these things happen, along with action items, so that you can take all of this important information and apply it to yourself, okay? But what you're going to want to do is first determine your goals. Who do you want to influence? And if you influence these people, are they going to allow you to accomplish your goals, attract revenue, build your business, right? So determine that first. Who are your goals? Who do you want to influence? Create your personal guidelines. Next, develop a blog, right? Every digital influencer has to have a blog. You have to have some place that you can publish, okay? So you're gonna wanna make sure that you're blogging. Creating social media profiles. Once you've created those profiles, run some ads, right? Run some ads, build up those communities quickly. Don't sit there with 100 or 1,000 followers, right? Spend a couple $100s and get that up into the tens of thousands of followers so that you can have a larger distribution, okay? Start building an email list. Build out your media list as well, your list of media contacts that you're going to be reaching out to. And start putting together a PR strategy using things like Haro, Help a Reporter Out. Okay? And that would be an example of month 1. So these are kind of 6 points on digital influencer marketing. And I encourage all of you to go out and check out the book, Digital Influencer, A Guide to Achieving Influencer Status Online. And I'll put a link to that inside of the About information at the bottom of this video. I hope you have a great day.